Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and two-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
The mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle, a radio.com station.
This is the story of a DNA experiment gone mostly wrong.
BJ and Migs, mornings.
Consider this.
This happy couple, for instance, have a real problem.
How could you?
Remain calm.
Out of sight.
Be ready for anything.
The pros and cons.
Do not cross the streams.
This is BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 K.
Street Sheet on The Rock.
Is this us? It's the remix. Wow, man. What the Whoa, yeah, buddy. It's the street sheet. Yeah. You want to be on the street? Then you get a sheet. That's right. It's BJ Biggs on the streets. That's right. Don't take these sheets from us.
Slinging rocks on a Monday morning.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
We got it.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks, baby. All right, I got to tell you about these guys in California. Okay, that was, that was nothing compared to what these guys did. These guys were goofing around at a sporting goods store last Tuesday, and they ended up locking their friends in a gun safe. Oh, they locked their friend in a gun safe. Couldn't get it back open, so they were goofing around, hanging at the sporting goods store, like, "Hey, look what we're doing!" And they found a big gun safe to throw them in, and like people will do, they thought, "Hey, let's put them in there." And
I didn't know those safes were that big. I guess it makes sense if you have a large number of guns.
Yeah. And then they couldn't get him out. So
or
of course,
their friend is that small.
Oh, could be either one, yeah. Somebody had to call 911 because they're like, we can't get him out. And so police and firefighters, they eventually got him out. Here's audio of when they realized that, oh, man, we just locked him in. We can't get him out.
Dude, it won't open. Dude, we've done it so many times, it's locked. Dude, we did it so much times.
Junior, don't freak out.
Don't freak out. Hold on. Don't freak out, bro. It's locked. It locked. Go call a worker. Dude, wait, is there like amount of time we have to wait? Okay, Junior, calm down. We're still standing here, but we're gonna go call a worker.
Hey, at least there's air pockets. He has air.
I love that guy. Hey, at least he's got air pockets. He's got some air.
Boy, I love how they go, hey, tell him to calm down. You guys are outside. No, there's no reason to calm down.
Oh, man, I'm looking at a kid. I mean, I thought he's like a large kid, but he's not a small kid.
No. Oy vey. I'd be tripping.
I think the best way to punish them is they have to buy the safe. I mean, look, guys, you're stuck with him in there. You're going to have to buy the safe.
Do we know if he soiled himself in the safe? I mean, at this point, I think that, that safe is unusable.
It sounded like he might have been, or close to it. They had kept telling him, calm down. I'd be freaking out too, man. Like, when you realize you can't get out of something, even though you know eventually somebody's going to come get you, you're still stuck in a freaking small compartment.
Yeah,
and I'm not even claustrophobic.
And nothing makes you freak out more than someone telling you, calm down.
Yeah, calm down.
Right. Stop freaking out, man.
Everything's fine. I love these guys. I want to hear these guys again because, again, these geniuses locked their friend in a gun safe at a store and then couldn't get it back open. And they're like, hey, no way, man. And here's why I wouldn't be calm, because they are idiots. And I'm like, I'm not going to be calm. You guys are morons. You're not going to get me out of here.
Dude, it won't open.
Dude, Dude, we've done it so many times, it's locked. Dude, we did it so much times.
Junior, don't freak out.
Don't freak out. Hold on. Don't freak out, bro. It's locked. It locked. Go call a worker. Dude, wait, is there like amount of time we have to wait? Okay, Junior, calm down. We're still standing here, but we're gonna go call a worker.
Hey, at least there's air pockets. He has air.
Love that guy. Glass is half full.
Yeah, at least we won't kill our friend.
Right.
Yeah.
He can breathe, guys. Hey, at least he's got some air pockets.
Hey. These guys are just geniuses. That's why I freak out. It's like, no, you don't understand. I'm going to die in here because there's no way you guys are going to figure this out. I'm listening to you two logical morons. And you're like, hey, is there a certain amount of time we have to wait? No, there isn't, because I don't want to die in here. You're going to go do something right now.
Yeah, once I start hearing that beeping, basically indicating that you can't get back in that safe, I'd be like, you guys are asses.
Yeah.
I'm so going to punch both of you in the nuts when I'm out of this damn safe.
Whoops.
And you deserve it.
Yeah. And they were filming the whole thing, so they thought, hey, this will be fun. We'll show him getting in the safe, and then they couldn't get him out. And so whoever's doing the filming is like, hang on, I'm still filming, so you're going to be okay. Yeah.
Hey, at least he's got some air pockets.
See, that's the thing. I mean, they knew.
I love that guy.
They were the smart guy. He knew, yeah. Hey, well, we go from that story to a woman who's been turning moose poop into art. Yes, he will tell you all about it. He's got the news for you at 6:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Most fifth graders have a better grasp of the English language. Unfortunately, there aren't any available this early in the morning. This is News with Steve Miggs.
Thanks, guys. Thanks to the Washington Lottery for giving us news and sports, and happy International Music Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's also International Coffee Day, so get hopped up on coffee and listen to some music, BJ.
I like that plan.
All right, so what's the band that you're most excited, not even most excited, but just the band that you've been really digging recently, like the songs or the album that you're going to the most right now?
Ooh. Now, it doesn't have to be international, right?
Well, yeah, and international is everything. So America's international.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be some weird world beat band.
Oh. Wow. That is, come back to me on that one.
Okay, we'll go around. All right, Vicky, what about you?
I've been listening to a lot of Hispanic-y dance music lately.
Very international.
Right? I'm really into Bailar by Elvis Crespo and Pitbull.
Wow.
Right. I don't know why. I listened to it the other day and I've just been dancing in my house like crazy.
That's a life goal for me, is to make a song where Pitbull makes an appearance on the song at some point.
Right.
Because he appears on everybody's music at some point.
Mr. Worldwide.
All right, what about you, Rev?
Stoned Evergreen Travelers.
Oh, yes.
Misha at the violin, and she just shreds it. It's outlaw country, and it's a lot of fun.
Nice. What about you? Since Danny's not here today, we'll have to ask Joe. You have to channel your inner emo roots.
No, I just been listening to Foo Fighters.
Dope.
Yeah, just pretend or
wrong with that.
Can't go wrong.
I've been they actually were here on Saturday. I didn't make it to the show at the White River with Scallywag, but the Interrupters are a ska band, female fronted, but they're not like ska with all the horns. They're basically ska without any of the horns. They got that ska vibe.
Oh, I don't know these guys.
Oh, they're awesome. I don't know if you can find on YouTube. I think it's called She's Kerosene is their big hit, but it's pretty freaking great.
I think that might have to be what I want to listen to, because I haven't heard some good ska in a long time.
It's just got a cool bounce to it, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of No Doubt, but with a little bit more of an edge, almost like Rancid meets No Doubt.
Do you remember the Police used to be called a ska band?
Well, because they had a ska vibe to them.
Yeah, back
Stuart
in the
Copeland
day.
definitely he was very influenced by ska with his drumming.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not their singles, but the rest of the songs on the records were very reggae and ska influenced.
Indeed.
I found it.
All right, let's hear it.
As a woman, she get the hive, now the bees are swarming. They play the victim to the crowd starts forming. She got a history of making a scene, She tell a story, she got started. Like he's the executioner, but she's the queen. And he's the one whose neck is in the guillotine. And he said, I'm a match, she kerosene. We know she gonna burn down.
I got the goosebumps. Got the goosebumps.
In a pastime, and I've been burned for the last time.
I like it. I like it. I like how Joe just keeps the news music in the background.
Yeah, of course
it's
he
the
does.
remix.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, when you play music, you should probably drop the other music there. That's it.
Joe follows his own rules, BJ.
Okay.
It's a remix,
Yeah.
like she said.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this lady who's remixing poop into art.
Really?
Her name's Mary. There you go. Ooh, but wait until you see it. It's actually pretty awesome. She's built her own artwork business from the stuff that, well, moose leave behind.
Really?
That's right. Moose turds. Here she is talking about her moose turds and one of the primary products, which is the poo-poo clock.
Everyone takes a crap. Everyone goes to the bathroom, so everyone can relate to that. And the terms that I use to name these products are everyday terms that, people are used to hearing and stuff. So you just try to, combine the two to come up with something halfway decent that's funny, For example, the first thing that we make now, instead of a cuckoo clock, see, this is a poo-poo clock. And what we did see is we took them turds and we crammed them in between the number there, so that's 132, 33, 30.
Okay. She's from New England, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Her name's Mary. She's from Somerville, Maine.
Oh, yeah.
And the company is called Turdy Works.
Yeah.
And she also offers fecal people.
Now, over here, we make fecal people. And depending upon the shape of them middle turds right there, we can do them with big boobs or guts or butts or long legs or short legs. See, because there's no two turds that are ever alike. You ever seen a turd, the two turds alike? No.
No, and you can get those for $5 a pop.
Okay, lady. No, thank you.
And here she is talking about how she gets all the material for her products.
The turds are all local. We just go out and track the moose, and wherever the moose are, they're going to take a crap. And I have found that when a moose takes a dump, you walk about 50 yards in any direction and they take another dump. And when a moose takes a dump, they'll crap out between 200 and 400 turds every time they take a crap. So it's like I get $5 a turd for these things. So I get jumping right up and down. I get excited when I see a turd.
Okay.
Learn something new every day, BJ. As soon as they take a crap, they take another crap.
I'm glad she's in Maine.
Oh, come on. She sounds awesome.
Oh, no, she doesn't. No, she's
fine.
She's
All right, well, one thing that wasn't a turd but could have been was the Seahawks game yesterday.
Whoa.
Boy, oh boy.
Kind of, though.
Man, I felt physically drained from that game. I don't know about you guys, but anyway, Sebastian Janikowski hits a big field goal, a 52-yarder right at the end of the game to help the Seattle Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals 20-17. Somehow the Seahawks won the game without converting on third down for the entire game. I think they went 0 for 10, which is just nuts.
It was an ugly game that both teams can look at each other and say, well, at least we know why the Cardinals are 0-4.
Yeah, I guess 0 third down conversions, which they said that's the 11th time that an NFL team has done that since the early 2000s. Jeez. Seahawks, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, Janikowski missed a couple during the game. Yeah. I mean, you saw the team reacted after he hit that one. I think it was
shock, really. Yeah. They were ready to go to overtime. They were like, we're going to go to overtime.
I just love they keep shooting like a footage of him on the sidelines. He's sitting on a Gatorade jug on the cooler all by himself in his giant jersey.
I know.
It's like you put a lot of pressure on that damn cooler.
This guy, I'm telling you, he's a beautiful mess.
Oh, boy. But what is up with the stadium over there that leads to so many injuries for the Seahawks? They called it the House of Horrors yesterday during the game, and it surely was. I mean, in the past, Cam Chancellor got injured there. It's kind of what ended his career. Richard Sherman also injured there. Jeremy Lane during the Super Bowl, of course. Yeah. And now you got Will Dissly, who's out for the season because of his injury.
Oh,
I know that sucks.
God, he was such a... this was a devastating day. Not the only one out for the season.
And also Earl Thomas, and that was, of course, the big talk of the game. It looks like he re-broke his leg, the same leg that he broke before. Boy. And then the drama unfolds after that as he's being carted off.
Yeah.
You watch it and you're just like, I need to rewind that. I think he just flipped off the Seahawks sideline.
You were not mistaken.
And boy, just gives the middle finger as players on the Cardinals teams are all patting him on the shoulder like, hey, we hope for the best. Obviously, the whole team is torn up about it when it all went down and he's being taken off on the cart. And then he just throws the middle finger right towards the direction of the Seahawks bench. And of course, a lot of people believe, and I think that they're probably right, it's his frustration with the team not giving him a long-term contract, which leads to like a very interesting debate, because you got one side, and both sides are right in a weird way, but one side's like, this is why he wanted the contract extension, because your career is never certain and you want to take care of himself. But on the flip side, then they're like, well, this is why they probably didn't want to give him the extension, because maybe he's too injury prone.
And you don't get less injury prone as you get older in football. That's the problem. I mean, I feel for Earl. Of course, Paul Silby last night pointed out he's made $60 million playing for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't think the guy's gonna have a hard time paying his bills for the rest of his life. And he's still gonna get paid out for the rest of the season, which is like $8.5 million.
Yeah, so I as a fan, I don't, I can't blame the team for wanting to do what they can to get better and make smart decisions, because there's a cap in football. You have to be smart with your money.
And I mean, Look, I felt bad when it happened. It was a very weird injury. It wasn't like anything happened. He was just running. I think he just put too much pressure on his foot and it snapped.
Yeah, I think the way he was trying to slow himself down when there was a guy down there probably did. Yeah, and of course you're on turf.
Yep.
You know, and maybe that Arizona Stadium's turf and the way they have it isn't exactly
I
the
thought that's
softest.
natural grass.
Is that grass?
Because they wheel it out.
Oh.
Yeah, they wheel it out and they get the natural light. The grass moves out of the stadium. You've never seen that footage?
Oh, that's that stadium.
Yes.
Oh.
So it slides out for the whole week so it gets natural light, and then they slide it back in.
Well, maybe there's something with the way the grass is on that particular slide-out machine. Because they've had so many injuries. There's that's a... You're right. I forgot about that stadium. It's
kind of a cool thing to see, but if it's hurting people, maybe it's not so cool after all.
They need to take a look at that if there's an inordinate amount of injuries that happen there. I don't know.
But boy, oh boy, yeah, that was. And honestly, though, when the middle finger went up, I get you're mad and frustrated, but it's just. It just kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth with the guy. It's like, I get it. You want money, but man, you got to go out like that.
And by the way, the people on the sideline weren't the one that made the decision that you shouldn't get a contract.
Right. Well, here's Pete Carroll, because somebody had during the post-game press conference asked Pete Carroll about it, if he saw it and what he thought of it. And he gives kind of a ridiculous answer, but I get it. He's kind of put in a weird position.
I don't know. Somebody says something. I don't know anything about that. I don't know. It's a big stadium. Could be. I don't know where it was aimed at. Earl was extraordinarily poised on the field for what just occurred. To be so clear and so resolved to what he knew what happened, but he was so poised and giving back to the players and all of us, and so I don't know what happened after that.
He gave back a middle finger. I think that's.
I love that line.
There's a lot of people on the stadium. What do you think? He's mad at the beer vendor behind the Seahawks bench?
There's that, or it could be. You know what? Brass is usually sitting higher in the stadium.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so
but Pete's a big part of the decision-making process, isn't he? I mean, him and Pete Schneider, or John Schneider, sorry.
Well, but Pete Schneider, don't count him out. Pete has a Pete Schneider.
It's Monday.
Pete Schneider, their brother, you never hear about.
He's the silent guy. He's the guy that's the problem.
What about John Carroll? John Carroll, the other brother. Does he have anything to say about this?
Everybody loves John Carroll. Let's get this straight.
Okay,
jerk. I don't know, man. Such a weird thing.
It
Just
is.
when you think things can't get any weirder with the Seahawks. You got him, and it's become like an internet meme.
Oh, sure.
I mean, which is pretty funny. It's all over the internet.
How could it not be an internet meme? It's only the next day.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it looks like, according to some sources, they were pretty close to trading him to the Kansas City Chiefs. It looked like it could have happened today. They were all in talks and getting it all wrapped up, according to some people. So that, of course, ends. That's the thing. It's like both sides now lose. Seahawks are not getting anybody in exchange for Earl Thomas now, and Earl's not going to get the money that he wants because of this injury. So both sides lose in this whole thing at the end of the day.
Yeah. You know what? How frustrating is that? If they were going to do a deal, that's very, very frustrating.
Bobby Wagner talked about it after as well. He talked to Greg Bell from the News Tribune, saying that's the crazy part of our business. If he doesn't come, meaning coming back to the team, then he's not a team player. If he does come and get hurt, then he should have not come. It's a position that we get put in often. It's an unfortunate situation. I think that's why you have to be able to play football. I think that's why you have to be able to play football and to handle the business side of the game. If I was him, I'd be pissed off.
Well, this is the world of the salary cap.
Yeah.
I mean, that really is the bottom line, and that's something that keeps teams competitive. That's the only reason people don't get paid, because in baseball, you don't have this problem.
Also over the weekend, I don't know if you guys watched the Mariners. They finished off their season with 89 wins, the most since 2003.
All right, then.
But still, no playoffs.
Still the longest drought.
17 years.
Yeah, baby. It's now time.
They had an 11-game lead at one point, and then went 43-48 over the final 101 games.
Yeah, that does not get you a win.
Of the year.
Yeah.
As far as also Sounders won, that's very good.
Yeah.
Man, 4-0. 4-0.
4-0.
As far as weather, 65 degrees, some rain, and thank you, Law Tigers, for giving us news and sports. Oh, and for us wrestling fans, tonight at the Key Arena, Monday Night Raw is here. It starts at 4:30. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And also join us at 7:15 this morning. We'll have WWE superstar Alexa Bliss joining us.
That's very cool.
Yes.
Alexa's awesome. Well, of course, talking baseball, it's pretty exciting, if you're all about the one and done kind of a thing, because there were two divisions in the National League that, two teams ended up tied. The Brewers and Cubs and the Dodgers and Rockies are tied for their division lead.
I need more baseball after 162 games. That's what I say.
So before we can get to the wild card, we have to find out who's going to be in the wild card, because Brewers and Cubs, Dodgers and Rockies, whoever loses that game, that will be the wild card game between the two losers.
Damn.
And then the winners get to at least, so this is a huge game to decide if you go to the wild card. So that'll happen today. Both games will be today. And I think the Dodgers are hosting the Rockies and the Cubs are hosting the Brewers. I will be watching it. Still wish that it was not a one-game playoff because this isn't football. It's really sad. I'll tell you what's sad for. The New York Yankees won 100 ball games this year.
Okay.
They're the only team to win 100 outside of the Red Sox. So they're the second best team in baseball. They're going to a wild card they could lose in a one-game playoff after winning 100 games. It's so just
dagger.
It's broken. And look, I'm not a Yankee fan, but if I was a Yankee fan and if they lose to the A's, I would be so pissed at baseball. You have to do better than that if you win 100 games and you only get a one-game playoff. That
does suck.
That's just ridiculous. You would have led every other division in baseball except you happen to be in the one with the Red Sox.
And how about those teams with the Brewers and the Cubs? You said Brewers and the Cubs that have 95 wins. And, you always hear, like, every game's important, but I'm sure some players are like, man, we got plenty of games left in the season.
It's so
that
true.
one win could have made a difference.
Yeah. So Giancarlo Stanton of the Yankees hit a home run at Fenway on Saturday, even though this was a big series everyone anticipated at the beginning of the year, figuring, the Red Sox-Yankees will be ending. It'll be interesting. It really wasn't because both teams already knew what their fate was. But Stanton did hit a home run, and, people like to throw the ball back. You've seen that in other stadiums. Well, this one dude did the same thing at Fenway because Stanton's a Yankee, threw the ball back, and it hit Giancarlo Stanton as he was rounding second base.
Dude, the guy threw a nice...
Yeah.
It was funny because after he made the throw, and I watched it, and you just see everyone reacting, and everyone's like, whoa! And then a bunch of people were posting Rookie of the Year memes on social media because wasn't that the whole backstory behind how the kid got his chance by throwing the ball from the outfield?
Yeah. Stanton wasn't hurt, but he did have a sense of humor about it. Here's the play-by-play of this home run ball thrown back that actually hit Stanton.
Hanging knuckleball from Stephen Wright. Giancarlo Stanton does what you're supposed to do with it and deposit it over the left field wall, but watch the fan chuck it back. He throws it back and he actually hits Stanton with the ball as he's rounding second. What an arm! Sign him up.
Not sure they're going to sign him up, AJ. I think they may throw him out, though, because they're down there with security right now.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But I heard he didn't get booted. At least he said he didn't get booted.
Yeah, he apologized. He said he was just trying to throw the ball as far as he could, wasn't trying to hit anybody. And yeah, it looked like he got ejected, but he told the news that he wasn't thrown out of the ballpark.
See, unlike those other guys from Boston, I'm like, hey, we need a little reciprocal, take care of us. We threw a good ball.
Yeah, exactly. And, it is Boston. They probably said, yeah, we got to take you out. And then they laugh at the guy and go, you hit Stanton. That's not bad. But it is dangerous because the Yankees are in the playoffs. And if that had hurt the guy, that would have been brutal, for Yankee fans because they still have to, so.
Like, what if he tripped over that ball and broke his ankle?
Yeah, seriously, dude. I mean, God, it is just nuts. Again, man. All right, so on Friday, Steve, he did figure this one out. But again, you only get 3 guesses in Beat Migs.
What is the shortest and bloodiest of Shakespeare's plays?
Is it Hamlet?
No.
Othello?
No.
How about that other one?
Romeo and Juliet?
No.
Loch Ness.
Macbeth.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it, Steve.
You are so passionate and yet so wrong.
Thanks.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Love sports? Love culture? Well, I've got a brand new podcast called Take Line from Crooked Media, hosted by me, Jason Concepcion, and 2-time WNBA champion Renee Montgomery. From the games to the players to the issues happening both on and off the court, we'll be tackling the important political and social issues happening in sports head on. New episodes drop every Tuesday, so follow and subscribe on radio.com, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.